Alright, I gotta check my usual stuff here before this begins. That's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, let me see if my audio is working here just before this thing starts up. And then we'll start up the 8th night of the tournament. And it looks like we are working here right now, so we are back for the 8th night, or day, whatever you want to call it, of the M1 tournament. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. After this one, we only have night 9 and night 10, and then it's on to the playoffs. So, we are definitely getting to the big parts of this tournament, where people will probably start either being eliminated, or start clinching spots, whatever you want to call it. Morning already? No, it is like almost 1 o'clock where I am, so I know, crazy. Morrison is in the building. Yes, he is. He's got the opening matchup here tonight. Morrison, he's already been eliminated from the tournament, but he is still fighting. Of course, you always get matches until the tournament's over with. He'll be facing off against the current international champion and former GHC heavyweight champion, Ozawa. Also today, choice of chips is Miss Vicky's, and choice of drink is orange Gatorade. Anyway, enough about that. Currently right now, Morrison eliminated from the tournament, but still at 2 points. Need to play spoiler if he wants to. And Ozawa is still alive. He sits at 6 points. Only a win out of a playoff spot. But that could easily change here tonight with a win by either Ozawa or John Morrison if you play spoiler. That's the thing, though. If you're eliminated, you can still play spoiler to people's tournaments. It's happened before. In fact, a good example would be the 2019 G1 Climax, where John Moxley was having an undefeated run, and he was beaten by countout by Toriano, and because of that win, John Moxley did not make the finals of the tournament. And right now, though, Ozawa going upstairs, Morrison back in the ring. Ozawa is facing the wrong direction, but connects with a diving clothesline. Devin says that this is an early stream, and I like this. I'm trying to remember who Devin has today. I think he's got Sawyer. It's either he has Sawyer or Endo tonight. I think it's probably Endo. Yeah, Devin's probably got Endo later tonight. Yeah, I got the day off today again, so I got 3 days off in a row, so to do that. It's nice. Spinning Michinoku driver and a kick out at 1 by Morrison. No, I got your guy, though, Devin. He'll be in the match later today. But yeah, you'll see the new Devin the Bandit later. I say, this is one hell of a setup I got going on here. Got my glasses on, got the headset on. So, trying to drink some Gatorade, and also trying to make sure I don't hit my glasses is definitely something. Paul, I talked about he's got a meeting at 3 o'clock. Not a bad idea there. Right to the eyes by Morrison. John Morrison's got a sleeper hold locked in after he raked the eyes of Ozawa. Definitely an interesting tactic by Morrison, but not a bad idea. He had to upload him 3 different times. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Oh, Morrison's in trouble, but good counter by Morrison. Ozawa was thinking for Big Ben Edge, but not enough, and a kick out there from Morrison. Morrison off the ropes, dropping that nice elbow. Morrison could be looking for a second win of this tournament. Which one's Jalon? He is the guy in the blue. Right now, though, Morrison going to put away Ozawa to get his second win of this tournament. The kick has to net, hooks the arms, and then a Tiger driver by Jalon Morrison. Morrison for a victory here. No. Hey, good to see the Melons here today. Ozawa, though, nice deep arm drag counter. And, oh, nice kick, but he didn't get all of it, and he fell. A bit misfire off the hands of the former GHC heavyweight champion. Wait a minute here, roll up. This is how he's beaten Revenge. This is how he beat Alpha Wolf. Wait a minute, roll up by Morrison. Morrison trying to catch Ozawa here with a fast one. And he got him. Jalon Morrison countering a roll-up of Ozawa with his own, and even a slow count by the referee is enough to get the win today. Morrison finally ending that losing streak of his. Yes, he's eliminated from the tournament, but he's played spoiler to Ozawa here. But a good catch by Morrison to counter that roll-up from Ozawa. Scott Foster's here again. Well, problem with that is we don't have Chris Paul. Rocky Maivia vibes, huh? It's better than Michael Blaze. That's all I'll say about that. It'd be nice, though, if my friggin' computer would like to load here so I can fix my spreadsheet that I had for this tournament. Second match of tonight, first of the B block. Brooklyn Joker, he sits at 2 points. He is on the very edge of elimination, so if he loses here tonight, he is eliminated from the tournament. He just looks like Rocky. True, but it's better than Blaze anyway. And then, of course, Marcus sits at 8 points. He's lost 2 in a row, though, since Dark Asylum happened. And Marcus has had a really tough week, if you think about it. Lost to Dark Asylum. Watched Amazing win the SWW World title. Lost to Amazing here. Lost to Alex Starks here. Then last night on MSW. Lost the Trios titles in MSW and the X Division titles. So it's been a tough one for Marcus so far. We'll see if he can turn this week around. Blaze says, excuse me. Devin says he's talking about keeping an eye on this one. Of course, this is the famous type of thing where Marcus and his friends versus Amazing's group here. This Brooklyn Joker is a part of Amazing's group. Morrison says, does that mean I could fight for that title? Well, I don't know about right now, but maybe a little bit down the line since you have pinned the champion, but there is also a few people here that's also pinned to that champion, too. Marcus off the ropes. Nice springboard kick. Well, he has more than one win here, Paulie. He's beaten Marlon Starks, and Marlon Starks is one of the best guys in his block. That's a hellacious knee off the second rope for Marcus. Marcus will go to the into the ropes here. Running knee. A classic move from Marcus here. And no kick out for Brooklyn Joker. Devin says, I'm curious of what's going on with Marcus' attire. Oh, God. That was like a chop to the neck by Marcus on Brooklyn Joker. Joker's in trouble. Marcus, big slam. And Marcus locked in an Anaconda Vice here, and Brooklyn Joker taps out. So Marcus has finally broken that losing streak and is up to 10 points. It took Marcus about a couple of days to break that streak, but hey, nothing wrong with getting a win. And that is they eliminated Brooklyn Joker from the tournament. Sip my Gatorade here. Oh, there you go. Now my computer wants to work. So Marcus has just tied Amazing, Price Sanders, Mike Watson, and Brandon Styles at the top of Block B with 10 points. Devin says, I'm going to investigate this. Paulie says, never know with text these days. Yeah, true. You're not wrong there, Paulie. I'll give you that one. Next up, pretty early match here for Corey Crichton. Crichton, one of the three people on top of Block A. He's in a three-way tie with Marlon Starks and Chase Bazana here at the top of Block B or Block A. Tonight he is facing the Beast, Kazuki Fujita. So Crichton could be the first person of the tournament to get to 12 points. Or is Fujita, who is still alive but needs to win tonight, keep going on? Devin says he's just referred as Marcus now. Yeah, I think something's going on. You never know. Crichton, though, starting off strong, but a kick out for Fujita. And the world champion, Corey Crichton, he's been good. He's already retained the title once as champion, and Crichton's looking to do the impossible in this tournament because no world champion has won this tournament. The closest that anyone has gotten to winning this tournament was Kenner Kobashi in the second ever tournament that we done here with the M1. And he got all the way to the finals, but fell to the Great Muta after he got misted in the face and hit with a Shining Wizard and Moonsault. Alright, I'll do some changing of the points here. That's due to my stupid computer freezing on me. I had to reset my programs, including my spreadsheet, so that kind of messed up a few things. Devin says, I'm surprised. I have not faced Corey yet, but I think he might be his last fight. It could be. I think Corey is going to be your last one on night 10. And I think Devin and Corey is going to be Devin's final match of the regular group stage here on night 10. It's either it's most likely going to be night 10 for Devin versus Corey Crichton. Crichton, though, is feeling fired up. Ooh. Yeah, but Corey just got dropped almost on his head by Fujita. Right now, if the playoffs were to begin... Oh, I gotta give Devin 8 points. I forgot to put his score up to 8 points. There you go. So if the playoffs were to begin today, Corey, Marlon, Alpha Wolf, and Chase would all be in a tiebreaker for first place. And for the final spot for fifth place, it would be Devin, Revenge, Sawyer in a tiebreaker as well. Of course, that can easily change here tonight if certain people win or certain people lose. Trying back in the ring, Fujita. Off the ropes, Crichton's busted open. I think that clothesline by Fujita busting him open. Corey is about to lock in a submission here, a Boston Crab. Yeah, Boston Crab's applied to Fujita. I don't think Fujita, though, is going to tap out to that. Devin says, so if I beat Sawyer, I have a tiebreaker over both of them. Super kick! Crichton with a super kick. Will that be enough to beat the Beast? Yeah, it will. World champion Corey Crichton, the first person of this tournament to be up to 12 points. Crichton 6-2 so far for the world champion. And that will knock Kazuki Fujita out of the tournament. Yeah, Corey's having a hell of a run. Paulie's booing Corey Crichton. Corey not getting a well response from Paulie, despite him being definitely a future Hall of Famer in my eyes. Next up's going to be Jun Akiyama taking on Baron von Farkas. Let's start a show called Everyone Hates Corey. No, that's for Blaze to do. So Akiyama, just like Brooklyn Joker, he is sitting on the very cusp of elimination, so a loss for Akiyama tonight would eliminate him from the tournament. Corey Hogan. No, Corey's not like Hogan because you don't see Corey Crichton going around making all these remarks and being in court cases. A toss, though, by the former world champion, Baron von Farkas. Farkas, he's at 6 points, so he's not too far off of the top of the Block B, but he's still 2 wins behind. But again, that's not saying much for a guy that's won the world title here 3 separate times. Besides, Corey lost about a week ago, too, so... Corey, him and Price are holding a lot of championships, but again, it's not like he's winning like every single match and turning everything into backstage politics. Devin talked about he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase over in MSW. Yep, that is true. Devin did win that case last night on MSW when he pulled down the case. Yep, Paulie, that is correct for Paulie. He is still the WWE champion after beating Minoru Suzuki in a last man standing match. There were a lot of new champions last night, I will say. But we did have one champion retain their title. Well, a couple. Oh, and the referee just ate a chop. Ooh. Poor referee just ate a chop to the chest by Jun Akiyama. Blaze has snuck in the arena. Okay, someone throw his ass out. Wonderland should have been one of them, but the ref screwed her over big time. Well, that's what you believe. Again, I'm not going to play spoiler to that or disagree with you, but, you know, we'll find out. I'm just happy that, well, Marcus is happy that Moz won, and that's because Moz and Marcus are married. Or the hell he fast counted. Well, the biggest travesty of that was that Hog Wild won their match last night. Oh, and a big elbow off the second rope by Farkas. Farkas that cover on Akiyama, but Akiyama powers out at 1. Farkas definitely made a statement last night with a win on MSW, using all that anger that he had over a loss of 2K, and getting the win. Ref said 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to actually disagree with Paulie there. It was a little bit of a faster count. Was a little surprised by it. Farkas second rope with a big splash. Not enough, though. Farkas is looking to put away the multi-time Triple Crown and GHC Heavyweight Champion here with a running power slam. And that's going to do it. The former 3-time world champion gets the win here tonight. Akiyama is eliminated from the tournament, and Farkas is now sitting at 8 points. Good win for the Baron of MSW and MUW here tonight. Suzuki got screwed too? What do you mean Suzuki got screwed too? It's a last man standing match. And why do you talk about that, Paulie? You beat him anyway, so why are you complaining about it? Alright, next matchup here on the card. Claudio Castagnoli is going to be taking on the Iron Taylor. Taylor is... He's getting hot. And what I mean by hot, I don't mean some sex machine, okay? He's not a guy that's going to grace the cover on best looking or handsome man alive. No, Taylor's been hot in the way he's won 3 in a row. He's won 3 damn matches in a row, and Taylor's gone from 0 points in 3 days to now 6 points. I mean, Taylor started this tournament off 0-3, and he's just been doing really well as of late. Actually, no, 0-4, so he's 3-4 right now. And a win here tonight will put him at 8 points. But Claudio, he won his last match against Jalon Morrison, so, and Claudio with a cheap shot. Devin's talked about how many 3-time world champions are in this tournament. Corey, you, nice powerbomb, by the way. Baron von Farkas. Brandon. Yeah, so there's 4. There's at least 4 in this. Cheap shot? Yeah, that was. That was a low kick from Claudio, and Claudio with a nice leg insecurity there. Jesus. Claudio's really firing off the gate strong here. Both Claudio and Iron Taylor sitting at 6 points, so both men could definitely would like a win tonight. Yeah, kick out. Off the ropes, Taylor. Drop toe hold on Claudio. If a victory here by Iron Taylor would put him up where Devin and Revenge and Sawyer are. Devin says I'm trying to get to that 4 record soon. Current record for most world championships here in the entire company history is currently held by, if I remember correctly, it's either Ric Flair or it's Kenta Kobashi at 8, if I remember correctly. Down goes Taylor to the floor, courtesy of Claudio, but Claudio's got to stay on the Iron Taylor since Taylor's been red hot as of late. You got to make sure you stay on your opponent. I mean, John Moxley would have liked that, but Moxley isn't here tonight. We don't need him causing more commotions with David Finlay or anyone like that. Devin's trying to get to that 4th title. And says, I know, I'm just counting televised. Yeah, true. Because I've been doing this since like 2K15. Is when I started doing MEOW. And at that point, I only used just wrestlers and not the creations. I didn't start using creations until 2K17. So it's more so the MEOW you know now didn't start until 2K17 on just a random day on a random-ass summer day in July. I just got that idea, and I figured why not keep going with it. Look at Claudio! Nice move from Claudio Castagnoli. He would have thought that he would fly across the ropes like that. Actually, you would tie Dave. Actually, David Finlay has 4. So Devin, if he got a 4th one, he would tie David Finlay. Cover here. Nope. Kick out for Taylor. It was a nice uppercut, and Taylor's looking to be in trouble. Claudio's going to hook him into it here, but Taylor catches him with a punch. But Taylor's got a sleeper hold. Taylor locked in a sleeper hold. Will Claudio submit here, or he's going to pass out? No, I think Taylor just let go. Yeah, I think he did. But right now, though, it's looking bad for Claudio as he's hooked into an iron driver by Taylor. Taylor, is he going to win 4 in a row? And he does. The Iron Taylor has won 4 matches in a row and has moved all the way up to 8 points here. Taylor's comeback streak is really looking fire-ish right now. 4 wins in a row, and he started 0-4. So Taylor has just made it to 500 here. Well, he's bleeding, too. But that's a big one for Taylor since now he's at 8 points. He's up there with people like Devin. And he's only a win behind being up to 10 points. Devin says he's not worried. I mean, you did beat Taylor in the tournament earlier. Next step's going to be a little bit of a bruising brawl. It's going to be Brandon Styles taking on Bruiser Brody. Bruiser Brody sits at 4 points, and Styles is at 8. Or, no, sorry. No, he isn't. Styles is at 10. So because of that win last night over Mr. Amazing and some help with Marcus, that win put Styles at 10 points, so he's tied for the lead in Block B. Polly says another dream match. Bruiser Brody, yep. I like Bruiser Brody. I don't care what people say about him. I like Bruiser Brody. Look out here. Brandon rolls through. Styles. Oh, good power here. Nice bridge by Brody into a backslide. Let's check out for Brandon. Brandon might be in pieces after this. Definitely a match to watch if you like Bruiser Brody. Is always going to be the one he had against Jumbo Tsuruta back in 1989 when he became the NWA World International Champion. It's a slow burner of a match as it starts really slow, but it's a pretty good match once it starts picking up the pace. Mid-time shots there by Brody on Styles. Styles and Brody into another lockup here. Brody, he did definitely use this win. He is still alive in the tournament, but he needs a win here tonight. Clean break here, but Brody with a devious-looking right hand to Brandon's face. And Brandon is just picked up with ease from Brody. It was a banger, but it's such his career was cut short, yeah. I'm trying to think if Brody was still alive. I wonder when he probably would have retired. Probably in like the mid or late 90s is probably what I'm thinking about. Brody would have retired. And here now, though, Brandon trying to use some technical ability against Bruiser Brody. No, it was that stupid Puerto Rican guy, Carlos something, if I remember correctly. Brandon undershoots the moonsault. Brody in the corner. Bruiser Brody knees Brandon right in the head, and Brandon is busted open. There is a cut right now on the left side of Brandon's head. And he's just lifted up and slammed by Bruiser Brody. I'm going to have to get the doctors ready for after this to make sure Brandon's cut is okay, not infected. And Brody stomps right on the arm of Brandon Styles, and Brody's feeling it. Bruiser Brody, that madman. Best friends with Stan Hansen, which is even crazier. Brody, again, pounding Styles relentlessly in the corner. Just punches after punches to Brandon's head that's busted open. And Brody drives the knee right into the corner. The cover from Brody. And Brandon at 1. At least he doesn't have the chain now. True. Styles back to his feet. Catches Brody with a clothesline. A good combination from Brandon, but will it help him get the win here? Styles going smart with the leg. Now Styles, springboard, 450. Brandon, though, showing some arrogance. Don't know if you want to do that here against Bruiser Brody. Brandon firing off some kicks. Good ideas from Brandon. Styles. Styles going upstairs, top rope. Nice. Big high-flying move from Brandon, but how much did that take out of himself, too? Cover Brandon. Brody, though, kicks out. Brody's in the corner. What does Brandon have in store for Bruiser Brody? Styles, big forearm in the corner. Styles, clothesline out of the corner to the back of Brody's head. Question can be, will Styles hit it? Oh, he went for Black Cross, but he's caught with a clothesline. Styles went for a Black Cross, but no one was home for it. And then 2K's stupid AI shows its head there. Brandon with a Pele kick. A Pele kick to Brody. Styles for a victory. No, Brody again at 2. Styles. What is he thinking about to Brody here? Styles, spring, board, Hurricane Rana. And now Styles looks to put Brody away. The kick is completed this time, and a black cross to Bruiser Brody. Styles, no! Brody's in trouble. Brandon knees him in the head. Styles going upstairs. Brandon. A bloodied up Brandon Styles is upstairs here. Styles. Whoa, flips over Brody. Somehow lands on his feet cleanly. Oh, nice. Arm trap with the enziguri for Brandon Styles. One of the best CTO world champions here. Bro, crossface. Brandon really pulling back. Brody trying not to tap. Brody taps. And Brandon Styles has won by a tap out. So that will put Brandon at 12 points here. Sitting right up with Corey Crichton here at the top of the whole tournament. All right, next, Stormy Revenge. He sits at 8 points in Block A. He's looking to face Zach York. So it's Zach versus Revenge here. Zach York sitting nicely at 6. He's still alive. Revenge is at 8. We'll see here tonight what's going to happen. And where's Styles' submission win? Yeah, but again, the AI kind of screwed Brody near the end of the match, so that's more 2K's fault than it is Brody's itself. All in Revenge here, just firing off with gut shots immediately on the ribs of Zach York. Battle of the kicks here, yep. Big clothesline here in the corner, and look at this, right to the arm. What did I miss? I was playing some World War Z. Brandon Styles won his match against Bruiser Brody. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What? Wait a minute. What the? Wait, hold on here. The hell was that? No, 2K, I'm not falling for your bullshit. No, We're not going to let a tournament match end in 2 seconds. No, thank you, 2K. We're not pulling for your bullshit. Rope break, I think, but the ref didn't see it. It probably was a rope break, knowing how fast that was. But no, 2K, we're not pulling for your bullshit tonight. We're now the York and Revenge and a tie-up. And we have backed each other into a corner. Referee will have to break it up here, and a nice clean break. That's a little surprising. Hey, this is why this one's going to be my final 2K game that I buy for wrestling. And that's just because, like, 2K does nothing really to fix a lot of the stuff that's really bearing in these games. Snapmare takedown here from Revenge. Look at this here. York trying to fight out of the Snapmare headlock. And Zach's at least gotten to a knee, but can he get back to his feet is the question. Revenge really going at that arm. Well, but Zach's back to his feet, but Revenge counters. And a big-time shoulder tackle. Blaze says, I can beat him. What do you mean, I can beat him? Blaze, you can't even beat Mr. 2K. York with a good counter with a kick to Revenge. Another lock-up here. York trying to out-wrestle Revenge, and he does. Good counter by Zach York. By the way, Taylor, you won earlier. So you're sitting at 8 points right now. You won 4 in a row, Taylor, so you're sitting really good right now. You said you were going to make a comeback, and that comeback's looking really good. Hammerlock here by Revenge. And just takes the legs right out of Zach York and drops him with an axe handle. The kick by York, though. Zach wanted to try to do something here. Revenge is up in the air. But no counter here by Revenge. Revenge went for some, but Zach moved out of the way. York's got him up. Big wasteland from Zach York into a nice senton. Zach York into a cover. York to get the win here. Nope. Blazes, do you have to keep reminding me that I got beat by 2K? Yeah. Yeah, true. Paulie's got it there. Nice dive from Zach York. York right now is starting to really get his gears going. And he's got Revenge on the floor. This could be a great idea for York to take advantage and do more damage to Revenge. Blaze says he cheated. Blaze, he beat you twice in multi-man matches where there were no DQs. Uh-oh. York goes into the referee. And, oh no, Zach flips out of it. I think Revenge was trying to go for the triple German suplexes. And instead, Zach York countered with a flip. York rolling through. Blockbuster. Zach York's athleticism is paying off tonight. York, though, driving that knee right into the spine of Revenge. Ref, move out of the way. Back upstairs. Zach York has turned the match into a 180 to his side here. York. Oh, misses and decides to land on his ass. And instead eats an axe handle in the back of the head. And then, classic 2K AI for you. We're just going to fly right over the opponent. Blaze says he paid the ref, and I told you time and time again. He didn't pay the referee. It's called that he beat you 4 separate times. Now get over it and stop crying. Now Revenge driving Zach back right into the turnbuckles. He don't do it again. He picks him right up and slams him again. The nerd in a tracksuit. First of all, how is Revenge a nerd? Second of all, how the hell do you call that a tracksuit? And 3, why would you want to make fun of Revenge anyway? Revenge and York slapping and chopping at each other here. Oh, another slap. Revenge is... Oh, and Zach counters his own slap to the face. We need to start a slap fest here. It's like 2 women are fighting right now. Oh, and now Zach and Revenge meeting each other right now, just firing off shots. Oh, I don't know who got the better of that exchange, but someone did. Oh, York caught him! Zach York roll through kick! Zach York rolling through the kick! Oh, and Revenge kicks out, but a close one for York. He almost got the win right there. It was deep? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did watch Cross's video, so I didn't know what happened. Zach, here we go. No, caught by Revenge. Yeah, I watched it this morning. And now, here we go. The triple German suplexes. I tried to go for this earlier, but Zach flipped through it. And 3 of them. And Revenge will go for the win perhaps right then and here. We go for his punt kick, which only one person has ever kicked out of before. The cover. Oh, and York kicks out. But Zach smartly goes to the ropes. Blazes, I watched Christopher earlier and I tried to buy his farm. Whoa! Roundhouse, no one's home for Revenge here. Polly says I'm done watching WWE, they can go kick rocks. I've been done with WWE since 2020. Oh, and a diving double foot stomp. Zach York doing a really nice job right now. Blaze says, who cares about carrying cross? What do you... Blaze, he beat you one time. What are you talking about? Oh, and the legs are up. Knees were up for revenge, but he was grabbing at his knee. And exploder suplex there. Sliding knee strike by Revenge. Wait a minute here. Revenge is upstairs. Revenge with a splash. Revenge hits a huge splash off the top of the ropes here. Question will be, though, is it enough to put away Zach York? York has been resilient here tonight. Oh, and he's going for the pin. Will it be enough to beat Zach York? York's in trouble here. No, York kicks out. Once again, Zach doesn't say die just yet. Oh, hell 5, though, now. And it's got him. And that's going to put away York. Revenge will go up to 10 points. York got him. He got close. But not enough. Also, I don't understand with the resiliency thing in these games. Like, how can you use it off of just a normal splash, but yet you're not going to use it when a guy uses a finisher? Was it the R6? Okay. Sounds like a Resident Evil thing. A few years ago, I would have blamed Vice, but Vice is not around anymore. No, true. But Revenge, the world champion over in Vita, puts away Zach York. York put up a decent effort, but just not enough to beat Revenge, who did pretty well resiliency-wise. I forgot that's what was Revenge's theme, too. And by the way, hold on here. We're going through a theme right now in this game again. This happened a few days ago. Is everyone that's the lower one on the menu won so far? No, Morrison's the only guy that's done it so far. Okay, never mind. Dude, there is a theme playing right now. Paulie's now hit a knee trigger from behind on Revenge. And I mean, Blaze's Revenge. Is that your name? Who are you trying to get revenge on? Mickey Mouse? Don't think that's why he's called Revenge there, Blaze. I mean, I'll say what Stan Hansen said last night on MSW about Michael Blaze. Stan Hansen said that Michael Blaze is just a future fat wife in the making for a Texas cowboy. Now the Blaze McCoy versus Bryce Sanders. Bryce sitting at 10 points. A win here would put Price at 12 points in time with Brandon Styles. But a win for Blaze McCoy would finally put him to 8 points. He's lost 4 matches in a row here. He started off 3-0, and now he's 3-4. So he can definitely use a win here. And a missed elbow there on Bryce Sanders. But again, the AI takes over, and big German suplex by Blaze McCoy. Paulie saying this playback for York because I felt bad for attacking him yesterday. The fan says, Blaze, do you know that Revenge tried to kill someone? Taylor says, I would have blamed Vince because of that. True. Devin says, where's JBL? We need him to bully Blaze. We don't need JBL to bully him. We have other people. Blaze says, I don't care about what some dumb fat cowboy says. Blaze, he called you fat. McCoy on the barricade. You know that, Blaze McCoy using the barricade to his ability here tonight. He's beating the hell out of Price Sanders, but again, it's not really Price's fault, so thank you 2K on that one. Right now, though, Blaze McCoy just picking up Price Sanders with ease. And just driving him just gut first right on the floor. Blaze says, don't be mad. Paulie's saying, Blaze, don't be mad just because you caught your wife in a cowgirl with another man. Besides, Blaze doesn't have a wife anyway. Who would want to date Michael Blaze? Hell, besides, every time someone leaves Blaze as a partner, they win gold. Like the next match they're in. It happened with Daphne. It happened with Booster. And there goes Price right into the steel steps. Blaze is a movie star, and King Charles made him a knight. Okay, first of all, there's a lot of problems with that. One, who would want to book you in a movie? Two, King Charles doesn't know who the hell you are. Three, I don't even think Blaze knows what a knight is. And four, anything to do with Blaze and a star means that there's something wrong with that sentence. Sanders trying to back and control the matchup here after he got most of this match most of the match for Price has been getting his ass kicked. Price going for a sharpshooter. Not enough. No. Price going for his crossface. He's got it locked in, but Blaze's foot's under the bottom rope. Oh, okay, sure. The ref can call that, but not one earlier. Paulie says yes, but no one else would take you, not even Sweetness. Hell, Paul even has a restraining order against Hog Wild. Blaze says, I hate Bertha, she's fat. Blaze, you're fat too. Wow, hold on, I might get banned on 2K. Oh no. What happened now? I want to marry Sarah Perry, not Bertha. Why the hell would you want to marry Bertha anyway? Whoa, Price misses a huge move off the ropes. Blaze McCoy's got him up. Fisherman's Buster. Oh, and Price somehow kicks out of it. That restraining order is still going on? Wow. Who would not want a restraining order against Hog Wild? I mean, they eat like 1 year's worth of food in like 2 days. I don't know, I'm looking at the online thing now. It says 2K count. Blaze McCoy calling back a little bit of Shane McMahon stuff here in Dusty Rhodes. Nice bionic elbow from Blaze McCoy. And now Blaze McCoy's going to turn a page and steal it from Price. Sharpshooter locked in. Price trying to hang on. Price Sanders taps out. Blaze McCoy has finally broken his losing streak and scored his 4th win of this tournament. It's cool because no one likes 25. Yeah, true. So Blaze McCoy breaking a 4-match losing streak. And he is now at 8 points and a spinner and a Blaze-a-Rooney tonight. And I don't mean Michael Blaze. And we're going to go to our last match of the first half here. It's going to be Jack Morris versus John Anderson or John Michael DeSanta here tonight. 2K needs to lose the license. Yeah, true, they do. They suck terribly. But here we go. Jack Morris going to take on John Anderson here tonight. 2K needs to lose every license. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a liquor license. Devin says this match. Oh, okay. Good God, was not expecting that from Jack Morris. That was a hellacious knee or whatever to start the... This man's already got his feet on the ropes. Referee, turn the fuck around. There we go. Kick out by John. Jack already starting things off with terrible tactics. A knee right to the head of John and then put his feet on the ropes. Oh, and a kick down low. Cheap shot from Jack Morris. TKO says we're going to partner with 2K. Shut up, TKO. Oh, another cheap shot. This time near the throat of John by Jack Morris. 2 cheap shots by Jack Morris on John here so far early on. And not only that, he put his feet on the ropes. So using cheating tactics already. It's a man of Team 2000X. And look, again, now even choking John. Jack is just using every dirty tactic in the book right now. Top rope is Jack Morris. Morris, moonsault. Jack Morris, the cover. And a kick out there from John. John's probably pissed off too after all these cheap shots and dirty tactics from Jack, and Jack with a back elbow. Blaze says he's suing MSW and Daphne. You can't sue them, Blaze. You don't even own a professional lawyer, and Jack with that springboard drop kick. This is right now looking bad for John. All those dirty tactics have just been playing right into the favor of Jack Morris. Morris kicks John in the arm, and another one of those kicks. And now this is looking bad for John. Jack Morris connects with his knee. Running knee to John. Morris is going upstairs. Top rope. Shooting star press. Oh, but John, though, is able to kick out of it. Here's the thing in this tournament so far. Jack Morris is at 8 points. None of them were won with the shooting star press. High knee strike there from Morris. I fixed the online shit. Screw you, 2K. I agree with you there, Paulie. But I'm going to make Mr. 2K, TKO. Taylor trying to weave on John right now to beat Morris. John going for the bat breakers. And he got the slam, too. But John's got to realize he can't play with Jack Morris, as Morris was beating the crap out of him earlier. But the cheap shots and the dirty moves. Right now, though, John trying to fire himself up. Throws Morris off the ropes. Back elbow, no one home. Jack Morris, though, rolling through. Sweaty neck breaker on John. Now Morris is back in the driver's seat, and a kick right into the back of John. Morris going upstairs to the second rope here. John called up for Morris. Morris diving shoulder tackle. Not looking good for the biggest man in this tournament right now. John smartly, though, rolls to the floor. But I don't know if you want the floor to... I don't know if you want to be on the floor with someone like Jack Morris. Does 2K have Shane McMahon in it? Nope, not right now. Not in this game. John with a discus punch on the floor. Would be nice, though, too. Yeah. But again, this is 2K we're talking about. Morris, though, off the steel post. And now John just deadlifting Morris, wheelbarrow face slam right into the floor. John making Morris pay for all those dirty tactics earlier in the match. Well, this is dangerous. John going for the triple power bombs on the floor. Oh, just triple power bombs right on the floor. Morris is out. John could be going for a count out? Is John trying to win this match by a count out? Taylor again trying to cheer up John. Morris getting back to his feet here. Both men, if I'm remember correctly, sit at... Nope, John's... Oh, Morris! With a cheap shot again, and John's pissed again. Sends him to the floor. Morris back to his feet. Morris trying to go for the springboard, but not enough. 14, the count of 14 here to Jack Morris. Just right to the chest of Jack Morris. If I was John, I would have just kept in the ring here. But again, John's probably really pissed from all those sneak attacks. Morris, that punt or that kick again to the head of John, throws him back in the ring. He's going back upstairs, going for a shooting star again. He failed that though, because he went for an axe handle instead. Counter by Morris. And boots him in the back. Morris is saying it's over. No, he isn't, because he went for a plunge instead of a kick. This might do it, though. You'd say maybe goodnight to Morris. Off the ropes, clothesline, and throws by John. He's thrown to Mars. John has just sent Morris to space and back, but will it be enough to beat Jack Morris? It will not be enough to beat Jack Morris. Morris kicks out. John firing off some more shots. John kicks Morris. Trying to lift him up to the power bomb here. He's trying to do it. Snake Eyes come alley-oop into the corner. Here we go. Got him down in the corner. John, the cover. Will it be enough to beat Morris? And it will. John gets a little bit of payback for Morris after all those cheap shots. Scores the win and will get up to his 4th victory in this tournament. John has hit 500. But he had to fight through hell and dirty tactics to beat Jack Morris here tonight. But John has upped his playoff odds even better now since he's at 8 points. If TK would let Triple H win WWE, it would be better, true. Alright, I'm just going to quickly pause this for just a couple minutes so that I can get the second half ready. So I'll be back in just a minute or two, and we'll have the second half of the show. All right, back on the air here for the second half of our show. We'll kick things off with a Block A matchup as Sawyer will be taking on Chase Bazana. Sawyer sitting at 8 points, and Chase sits at 10. Chase has dropped his last two matchups here in the company. He was undefeated going into night 6, and he's dropped the last two matches. So he went from undefeated to now being second place in the block. But Sawyer sitting at 8 points. He's right on the cusp of joining that double digits, as he won his last match. Let's see if he can win here tonight and get to people like Revenge and Chase and Alpha Wolf and Marlon Starks. Devin's going to be in our main event tonight, as it will be Devin versus Tatsuya Endo in our main event here for the show. You know, this here slamming the back of his head right into the mat. And then Devin's got a really interesting next three matchups, in my opinion. He's got probably one of the toughest final three matchups out of anyone left in the tournament. He faces Endo tonight. Then in his next match, it's Sawyer. And then to end the tournament, he has to face Corey Crichton. Cover here, kick out there by Chase. Chase, the youngest person in the tournament this year, 19 years old, and he's got 5 wins. But it seems to be that his age and experience has been showing the last few days, really. All right, I'll be right back, folks. I just got to get something from the refreshment stand. Okay, water secured. So now, I'm back. Wait a minute, roll up Chase. No, kick out here, though. Wait a minute, roll through by Sawyer. Sawyer, no. Water rules. Hey, it's water, right? Big kick for Sawyer. You know, Iron Taylor's going to be watching this match with a passion so that he can see Sawyer lose. And here we go. Pop-up kick for Chase and a big kick to the back. Green tea. And nothing wrong with green tea. Green tea's good. I had some yesterday, actually, funny enough, at my girlfriend's. Big-time suplex by Chase. Chase using his athleticism now to his advantage. So he's got to do if he wants to beat Sawyer. Tornado kick for Chase. Chase lands that tornado kick. Well, he going upstairs. No, he's going for that enziguri. Sorry, bots, we don't need you anymore. Bang! There's the kick. The kick is completed. But will it be enough to defeat Sawyer? Yes, it will be. Chase has gotten back. He's ended the losing streak. Yeah, we don't need bots. But Chase Bazzana has ended his losing streak of 2 in a row, so now he is sitting at 12 points. He has tied Corey Crichton for first place. And if I remember correctly, he faces Corey on their next show. Only expensive views, but a big win for the young Chase Bazzana. 6 points, or 6 wins for Chase here. Next up's going to be Alex Starks taking on Konosuke Takeshita. I know, I said it so strangely. By the way, there is implications of playoffs in this match, because if Bruiser Brody loses, he is, or not Bruiser Brody, if Alex Starks wins